a knowledgeable yet clueless witch, a grumpy beast man, and a young boy walk into a bar. Okay, sorry, let's start over. So today we're going to be looking at an underrated fantasy series called Grimoire of Zero. This series is perfect if you want an adventure with lots of comedy.
These two with you. How do you know them?
Well, they're,
His concubines.
What?
Huh?
What?
Yeah, that's right. We're just his little playthings. We're pleased to give our master any assistance he needs. We especially assist him at night.
Yes, of course. You need only pay for one person's passage.
Also, the cast of the show is pretty solid as well. There's two 12-episode seasons and both follow separate casts, but they're in the same setting and universe. I should also note that the second series is titled The Dawn of the Witch. Anyways, let's start with the main series. In the beginning, we follow a Beastfallen who desires to be human again. This is due to how cruel the world sees these Beastfallen. You see, Beastfallen are creatures that are half beast, half human, which causes them to be feared by humans. Many of them choose to be hired by the humans to hunt down witches, as they're more durable than normal humans and can stand much more of a chance against sorcerers and witches. You see, the main protagonist has dreams of being able to open up his own tavern and be able to relax, but it's really hard to do when nobody trusts Beastfallen. While in the forest, our protagonist, Mercenary, runs into a witch. Like, literally, runs into her. I mean, like, he ruined her soup and everything, it's a whole ordeal. Truth is, Mercenary is on the run from some bounty hunters, so him and the witch make a pact. And he'll stay by her side to protect her, and she'll do the same for him. So they go to talk to the attacker, and it turns out the attacker is a young boy named Albus. And just like that, Albus joins the fray. He's part of the group. And they decide to go on an adventure to find, hold on, wait a minute, the Grimoire of Zero. Oh my god, they did it. This adventure brings many plot twists and fun moments. I actually think for a 12-episode anime that the amount of world building in this anime is incredible. And though it has some pacing issues, the adventure still feels fulfilling and grand. Also, the relationships the characters form don't feel too forced. Obviously, with it being a shorter anime, they develop a bit fast, but it's not bad. And now we're going to talk about the second series, The Dawn of the Witch. So the original series came out in 2017, and The Dawn of the Witch just came out this year. So as you could expect, it does feel a little different from Grimoire of Zero. Also, I realized that I was saying that word wrong this whole entire video and my whole life. So that's embarrassing. But let's get back to my point. This series starts a few years after the events of Grimoire of Zero, and you meet an entirely new cast. Yes, there are recurring characters from the old cast, but the main characters of this cast are completely different. First off, you have your generic Kirito almost looking main character, Save, the lizard Beastfallen who really cares about his friends but hates expressing it, Kubo, and the expressive Hort. Yes, her name is fucking Hort. Also, you cannot forget their eccentric teacher, Professor Lowe. Now, when we start off, we are actually greeted with an academy for witches. And the headmaster at this academy decides to send off a few of their students on a special mission. I'm not going to spoil exactly what happens on this mission, but let's just say it's to learn a little bit about the students. My only real issue with this series is that it feels like the pacing is very flip-floppy. It feels like it starts going through things really fast and then slows down, and I feel like this did need a little bit more episodes. Maybe not even a full second core, but maybe at least 16 episodes. Or even like 14 episodes. I just feel like 12 episodes wasn't quite enough to do what this show wanted to do. And my biggest thing for that is that the first part of the journey, which is like the first, I think, 3 or 4 episodes, it doesn't feel long enough. Because it feels like they try to push onto you that they were all part of this grand adventure together and that they're inseparable. But for a viewer, it doesn't really feel like they've been through too much together. Yeah, a few bad things happen along their way, but it just doesn't feel that way. Which was one of the things that was so great about the original series, is that they formed this relationship semi-fast, but it felt organic and it felt like it wasn't forced. Whereas this series, it feels a little bit more forced. Now, how their relationships grow past that don't feel forced, but the initial becoming friends part really did feel forced. Also, the comedy in this series isn't as good as the original series. I feel like that's basically everything about this series. It's not as good as the original, but it's an okay sequel. Now, there is a possibility, I believe, of more content from this series, and I really hope that we get it, because overall it's such a fun adventure with some great characters. It just feels like it hasn't done everything that it can. It feels like it has much more potential than what it shows. And what it shows already is pretty good. So like I said at the beginning of the video, if you're looking for an anime with great comedy, with a nice adventure, with a great cast, I really recommend Grimoire of Zero and The Dawn of the Witch. Thank you guys for watching. I've been Serana, and I hope you guys have a blessed day.